Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch Project. In today's video I wanted to give you a quick review of a Netflix show called Kaos. It's spelled K-A-O-S. It is a new show, it just came out maybe 3 or 4 days ago. It has Jeff Goldblum as the star who plays Zeus, as only Jeff Goldblum can play Zeus. The reason I wanted to mention it on my channel is because this show's plot does include the Reincarnation Soul Trap. Now, it is, as you see, getting really good reviews from the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, 80%. I watched all 8 episodes in about 3 days, and how do I describe this show? So this show has a lot of different types of content in it, including a lot of LGBTQ content. So if that is a big issue for you, I just want to make you aware of it. However, the driving factor in this show is whoever made it clearly understands the Greek mythologies. They've repackaged them into like this fictional world where Greece is still around in modern day as it was in ancient times. It's sort of like a 2024 Greek aesthetic with 1990s technology. It's the best I could describe it. Jeff Goldblum plays Zeus, and he wears a tracksuit. He wears different tracksuits. He's a tracksuit god, I guess you could say. Zeus, king of the gods, who goes around in a tracksuit and has basically the gold version of the F91 Casio wristwatch, which Hercules gave to him. This is not really any spoilers. I'm going to keep the spoilers really light, but mostly I just want to focus on the fact that this show has the Reincarnation Soul Trap in it with elements of a parasitic system. The show is kind of captivating. The story is really well told, despite the fact that it has all this gender stuff going on in the background, but it's totally different than The Acolyte. And this also goes to show just how bad cognitive dissonance is with people like Amanda Stenberg and things like that, people and like Leslie Headland over there at Disney, where a really terrible show is criticized for being really terrible. And here this show, this Kaos show, has more of that so-called content they were trying to shove in The Acolyte. In maybe one episode of this show, I would say some of the episodes have kind of like too much of that content, but it's shadowed behind the story that takes precedent over everything else. And so because the story not only is so well told, it's kind of like laid out well, and when they do have a flashback, it's a meaningful flashback, and you learn things that you didn't know before. The story does reveal more and more as you go along. Prometheus, the actor that plays Prometheus, is pretty good, and actually all the actors are very good. I would say the acting in this is very, very good. The cinematography is really good. You get a sense of the atmosphere. Most of this show, I think, was filmed in Italy and Spain, but they do end up making it, giving you a feel of like it's like Crete, but it's Greek, but it's modern day, but it's not. It's also ancient times. It's a very interesting concept they came up with. And the actor that plays Prometheus, he is the narrator also. So there's a little bit of breaking of the fourth wall as Prometheus. Here he is right here in this photograph with the beard. He plays sort of like your guide through the show. The Jeff Goldblum is, of course, Jeff Goldblum as Zeus. It's hard to describe how they could have cast that any better. It tries to give it sort of some dark humor. Whoa, I don't want to get flagged from Netflix for any kind of copyright. I mean, from YouTube for any kind of copyright stuff. There is this sort of like a dark humorous side to it, but Zeus is such a psychopath as king of the gods. He's a real psychopath, and Jeff Goldblum, I think, played it just perfectly, where he comes off as kind of like this mob boss god. It's very interesting. If you're interested in watching this show, go ahead. I just wanted to let you know that there's a lot of other like gender-based content in there, and it's some of it is a little bit ridiculous, over the top. Some of the characters, very interesting stuff. When they're in the underworld, it's all filmed in black and white. It's a very interesting way that they filmed this TV show. 8 episodes. Each episode is nearly, it's like, I would say, would take away the credits, and you're looking at probably almost 50 minutes of show per episode for 8 episodes. And I think it cost less than The Acolyte. And I'm not positive about that, but I think I saw some numbers where each episode costs less than The Acolyte. So that's very interesting. But it looks a lot better. It's just a lot better filming, acting, everything with the show. And how it brings out like these so-called deities, where you learn a lot about some of the stuff that I mentioned on the show, on my show here, as our plight here as humans caught in this Reincarnation Soul Trap, and how it plays out here in this fictional story. And I don't know if the people that made this story believe in that stuff, or they did it intentionally, or it just happened to be good storytelling. I'm not sure about any of that. But anytime a fictional story covers the Reincarnation Soul Trap parasitic world environment that I think we actually live in, I'd like to bring it up to my subscribers here, so you can make a decision for yourself. Really, some really interesting characters that they come up. There's his Casio watches. Casio happens to be one of my favorite watch companies, and I have Casio watches. I just think it's funny they put that particular model in the show. This is Hades in the show, Hera, Queen of the Gods, and they do definitely come across as the psychos that they were in the original myths, which for some reason modern day religions have the same type of psychopathy in their books, but they don't seem to recognize it. So I wanted to tell you about this. I'm not sure if I want to give it like a scale of how good I think it is. I think the show itself is fantastic. I think they could have done without some of the other stuff in it, but like I said, it's not what carries the story. It doesn't seem to be overtly trying to shove that in your face like The Acolyte did. Also, you're dealing with ancient Greece, which, if you know anything about the history, some of this stuff is not out of place. So, that's it for my review of Kaos. Kaos, spelled Kaos for this show. Maybe a reference to the original Greek deity Kaos, which brought out the creation of the gods and everything else in the original Greek myths. I'm not sure if that's what they were going with here. Some of the stuff is left unanswered, as there will probably definitely be a season 2 to this, because it's, I think, doing really well on Netflix. So they'll definitely bring it back. So if you're interested, check it out. Also, thanks for staying tuned this long. If you like my channel, please like, subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in spiritual information or theories and hypotheses about the afterlife that don't have to be anchored or tied down to religiotards or dogmas and doctrines, but just go after the facts and the totality information available about near-death experiences and out-of-body experiences, and what we can learn about the other side and what happens to us in the afterlife for real, without dogmas and doctrines from religions and crap like that, and just deal with the actual information and the totality of it, and coming up to conclusions that jive with all the information without having to rely on cognitive dissonance to make us feel better. So that's it for now. I hope that you found this interesting. Also, I rebranded my channel slightly, changed the channel from Overwatch Channel, which was over here, to Overwatch Project, which is more in line with my website, and I changed the title to The Overwatch Project. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues for anybody. If it does, please leave it in the comments below, and let me know what you think about Kaos if you happen to watch it. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.